Hmm. Hey y'all, let me get right. Hang on, y'all. Hang on, let me get my pin tweet. Hold on. We getting right. Hold on. All right. Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me? Is anyone out there?
Hi.
Wow, that was magic. Okay. Like I keep starting off like all my interviews by being like, okay, look, I'm like running out of social interaction, so it's like something new every day. Well, I want to introduce myself to you ladies. I go by the name of Little Bacon Bear. I do
Hi.
nights. I do nights here in DC. So hey y'all.
I love your hair.
Thank you. I was trying to fluff it up to make sure we was even on both sides. I took my
It's
midday
cute.
nap.
Pretty.
Thank you. So is y'all's. I saw one of the twins did their hair last
Yeah,
night.
I braided my hair last night. Yep.
Is it a struggle? Have you been like doing your hair every single day, like trying something new? Because that's what I've been on.
Kind of. I mean, especially when we have to do press and stuff, we've been trying to switch it up, do something different here and there. But some days, yesterday my hair was so bad, I had to wash it and braid it. I was like, this is not going to work.
See, I started off like way too early. I ran in, I was like, okay, today I'm going to do braids. Now I'm going to try box braids. And then I'm going to do this. And now I'm like, oh my God, if I could just not have to do my hair in this house no more, just to not go anywhere, you know?
Yeah.
So, first off, I do want to run this back. I want to ask you first, are you twins?
No.
You're not
We
twins.
are a year and a half apart. Everyone thinks we're twins. And, it doesn't help that we play twins on Grownish. So,
yes.
Whenever people are like, oh, it's the twins, we just kind of go with it now. We're like,
yeah, no, I figured.
right.
I figured. But then I was thinking to myself, I was like, wait, I don't think that they're actually twins. I think that they're just sisters. So I want to make sure I clean that up. My bad.
No,
so,
you're good.
Who's older of the two?
She is.
By a year and a half. I'll be 22 in July.
You know what's ironic about you guys is that you still have like this magnetic energy about one another. Like you speak and almost finish each other's sentences.
Yep, all the time. All the time.
Has it always been like that since your childhood?
It has actually. I mean, especially when we turned like 13-ish and Chloe was 15. That was when we really started gelling towards one another because that was when we became like homeschooled. And we were just like, oh, okay, I guess we got to be friends now.
Well, no, I think that's the cool thing. As I am like the baby of the family, I always wish that I had like another me or like a second hand.
Really?
It's like I could just get into so much more shit if I just had like another one of me.
Yeah.
Do you think that you guys have any talents as sisters that other than singing? Like, do you have any like sister talents?
I mean, we could definitely read each other's minds.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
Across the room. If one of us is feeling some type of way, all we have to do is look and go over, save her. Like we know we have a whole language without communicating.
Okay, well, be honest. Do you ever get tired of like being around your sister? You just like, I just want somebody else, anybody else, but my sister.
I mean, of course, sometimes, but that's sisterhood. That's the beautiful thing about sisterhood, and it's like a built-in best friend all the time as well.
Yeah. Do you? I always say I wish I could reach their picture, but I have twin cousins that are like they're the same age as me, and I always felt like that we were triplets. So I felt like we had that connection, but we fought. Like we would fight. Like we would not see eye to eye, and we're all like 6 months apart. Like we just did not see the same life at all for whatever reason. So I always think it's funny when people are like, "Yeah, me and my sisters we totally bond." It's like, man, we was fighting. It was like fighting like Royal Rumble over here.
That's funny.
Do you think that you guys like ever struggle as artists to find your individuality or like try to separate each other?
I don't feel like we struggle with that. What I love about my sister and I is that we are both very powerful individually. So when we do come together, it's like super magnetic and explosive. And I appreciate working with my sister because we don't try to change the other's views or what we like. As much as we are the same, we listen to different music. Our vocals were inspired by different artists when we were younger. And, instead of trying to become the same, we just built this amazing synergy amongst us. And so HALLE is a beautiful type of energy, and I also bring another kind of energy. When we come together, it's Chloe and Halle. So.
Do you think that it's easy to establish that individuality, and do you get ever annoyed that people like trying to rope you in together as twins, as a unit? Because it's like you're two grown ass women with two, like you said, two different styles and two different everythings. Do you ever feel annoyed with that?
No, I never feel annoyed by that. You know, I'm so happy to just have a beautiful sister like Chloe. You know, she's the big sisters and I'm the little one. So I've always looked up to her in that type of way. But no, I don't. I just feel grateful every single day to have a life partner like this and to be able to move forward in our life. And of course, yes, we are two completely individuals, and that's an amazing thing for both of us because we both have our own lanes, like our rooms. If you see our rooms, they're like completely different from one another. Yeah. Mine's like boho and lavender everywhere, and Chloe's is like blued out. It's like a blue sky. So it's really cool because we have other channels to get that out. So, but when it comes together, it's always so powerful.
I would love to see your rooms and your differences. Like if they made like a Venn diagram, it's like I would just like to see how you live, just like differently. In the collaboration process, is there one sister that does better at one thing than the other one strengthens her up and like follows her up, or is it just like y'all both do the same thing well?
You know, I'm really grateful to God because we're both pretty strong in the same things. You know, I think that's what makes our music really good because we're coming from two different places and perspectives, but they're both equally strong. And so, yeah, it comes together really nicely, naturally. We never like to force anything. We know how the other works, and we kind of just like vibe and fit around the other.
And in terms of like creatively, when we're working together, my sister here is an amazing producer. Like our first album, she produced all the songs on that.
Wow.
For this album, majority of the album she produced as well. And of course, we wrote all the songs together. But of course, when we're in the creative process, it's normally she's like making the music, and then I'm kind of writing something, and then we get a vibe off of that. I'm sorry?
Yeah, meet in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. And then we eventually finish out the song writing together, and it's always such a fun vibe that way.
Yeah.
Prior to quarantine, what were you guys working on together? Were you working still on the album, or was it done at that point and you were just like, oh well, this is easy?
Yeah, we finished the album in late October actually.
Yeah.
We filmed visuals and like all the artwork in November. Because my sister, she went to London in January for The Little Mermaid to start her rehearsal process.
We're going to get there.
We were together for a month, and then I went to LA, and then she was still in London. So we weren't together at that time. We were both kind of doing our own little things. And, you know, the one thing I am grateful for during this quarantine is that we get to be together.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been quarantining mostly by myself, but I'm like dog sitting. So if you hear like a weird snort, it's like a French bulldog. I wish he would come in. He's great. But he's busy tearing up something. Honestly, he's probably tearing up something. So we'll leave him there. But I'm glad that quarantining didn't just like stop you in the rotation. I feel like for myself, like it stopped me in my tracks. I was like, well, shit, I had a different 2020 in mind. You know, I had big plans for this year, and I think a lot of people are also feeling that, trying to find their way after this and still trying to make their music and just find their life through this. You know, it's 10 weeks. We're like 10 weeks out of your life right now. I feel like I'm on house arrest.
Yeah, one thing like I have to teach myself, and I'm kind of grateful because I've been learning this through quarantine, is that it's okay to not know what you're doing. And it's okay to not put the pressure on yourself to like come up with the greatest thing during this time. Because Halle knows usually like if I'm idle and I'm not doing something, I feel like I used to ask myself, well, what's my purpose? But now
man.
Right?
Ooh.
Right?
That's the one.
But what I'm learning is that the time for right now, it's meant for us to get to know ourselves better, spend time with ourselves, learn what we love, learn what we don't like, and it's okay. And, you know, Hallie and I, we've been arranging songs and like covers and getting back into social media and stuff. We haven't really created new music in the studio, and that's okay, because usually when we write and we're writing these lyrics, we're experiencing life, and that's the fuel for these stories and what we might over exaggerate on this song or like put there. So during this time, I just want everyone to know that they don't have to put the pressure on themselves to become the greatest version of themselves.
For sure.
It's okay to like take that time for them.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, I'm taking these time to like wear every pair of sweatpants that I like
love
possibly own.
Thank
Every
you.
exactly. It's like honestly, nobody's gonna see me for the waist down for like the next 6 weeks. Anyway, so why should I put on jeans? What has been the toughest part for you? Like, is it your nails? Is it your hair? Is it the food that you are just like having to eat in the house? What's been the worst part?
I think for me, it'd be my nails. I
You
mean,
look good.
I think I've been doing okay with them, but you know, I just miss the salon. But that's me.
What about you, Chloe?
You know, before quarantine, I would get my lash extensions.
I see your lashes.
But listen, so like I couldn't go and get them done, so I learned to do a strip. And I did not know how to do a strip. I ordered a bunch online. I'm wearing these magnetic ones right now.
Magnetic, so you tried those. I've never tried the magnetic. I just
so I learned to master the regular ones with the glue, and honestly I might have to stick with that. But the magnetic ones, you know, it's kind of a vibe.
You know, I felt like it was super experimental, but then I started kind of reading bad reviews, and I was like, well, maybe I just don't need lashes. Maybe I'll just be without, you know? But maybe they just have something bad to say about everything.
Yeah, I think so. It's been fun because we've been having to like, for like our little photo shoots at the house while we're promoting this album, we're like, okay, how can we look cute? We don't have a makeup artist. Gotta beat our own faces. Gotta do our own hair. So
you gotta come together and do something.
Yeah, something.
Just pull it together every single day. Let me see here. All right, sorry, I'm looking at my other phone at the same time. What have been your top 3 quarantine snacks? I can reach pretzels for myself.
Ooh, amazing. Ooh. I think for us, it has been sugar cookies.
Oh, yes.
Sugar cookies.
These vegan sugar
gluten-free sugar cookies.
Oh, my God. They're so good. We get them from Whole Foods. They're so good. Second, I love avocado. So I've been eating tons of avocado toast.
Really?
I just love it. Chloe doesn't understand it.
I don't like avocado.
She thinks it tastes like butter. She doesn't like it.
I can do guac, but something about it sometimes, like texture-wise, is kind of weird.
Yeah, really? You understand?
I don't understand that, y'all.
Yeah.
Are you vegan? Are you both vegan? Or are you just like vegan cookies?
No, we're vegan.
Vegan, yeah.
me as a bacon bear is like, I don't know. I had a bacon and ham.
And that's completely fine. Like our mom, our dad, and our little brother, they eat like meat and everything. So it's so funny seeing how we have 2 different meals when we all sit at dinner.
Yeah.
What made you be vegan? What made you choose it rather?
You know, our mom, so we're from Atlanta, Georgia, and our mom one day was like, I'm going to try to be vegetarian for a week. You guys can join me if you want. If not, that's cool. We were like, sure, we'll join you. And we just went, and we never went back. We were vegetarian for that week, and then for the rest of our life. And then somewhere in the middle, we decided to not, you know, eat dairy and cheese anymore because it's not really good for your voice as a singer.
Yeah.
From all the dairy products. So we just said, hey, we're going to ditch that. And here we are.
Yeah, so for me, like, obviously as a radio personality, my job is to talk. So I try not to eat, like, nachos before I go on air or, like, spaghetti sauce because then it just hurts. I can't eat a burger because I'm just too damn sleepy. Then at that point,
feel it. I heard something about eating, like, Lay's chips, like the regular salt, because the salt and the oil, someone told me.
And then, like, drinking a soda after it clears up your throat.
I don't.
What? I haven't had a soda in, like, 10 years.
These, like, little weird things we heard from these, like, singers. I was like, what?
Would you ever leave being a vegan? Because I feel like people who are vegans are, like, super vegans. They're like, no bacon, no meat, no milk.
You know? I don't think I would.
Yeah. In the current state I'm in right now, I don't ever see that happening. Yeah, and you know, I don't think so.
We love animals too much. I don't think so.
Do you is seafood included in being a vegan?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, we don't eat seafood.
So we don't eat seafood. Yeah,
no seafood either.
Yeah, vegan means no meat at all.
I'm just being clear. It's like, can we get the crab legs? Oh my God, but guess we can't.
I mean, if you ever just wanted to do seafood, you could be pescatarian. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a vibe. That's a vibe. I'm a bacon bear, and I don't know if they would let me let go of bacon. I don't know. Like they'd be like, "Bacon? What the hell you mean you don't eat bacon?" So it'd just be like an oxymoron. If you ever, is there anything about like being I don't want to say a normal eater, but being a carnivore that you would go back to do?
Say that one more time.
Wait, is there anything that you would go back for, like a food that you just to die for that you still kind of crave a little bit?
You know, when I did eat meat, I loved calamari and fried chicken, but I've had amazing vegan substitutes, so I'm chilling.
You chilling?
That's what I love. I loved popcorn shrimp, and crab legs, but
See,
I'm not really feeling that anymore.
man, honestly, I'm jealous. I wish I could break my crab legs urge. Like, I wish I could break it just a little bit. To run back towards music just a little bit. I know that you just said that you produce, Chloe. Yes. What do you start with? Do you start with like the drums first? Do you start with the melody first, or do you just head off in whatever direction feels good?
It really just depends, like, on our process. Sometimes I'm really inspired by some boomity boom, and it'll be like drums or like an interesting 808. Or sometimes Hallie will sing a really nice melody, or I'll have a melody I record on my voice memos, and I'll just kind of follow it on my MIDI keyboard and find like a really nice synth sound. So you never know. It happens differently every time. We never like to force it.
Have any producers like reached out to try to like collab with you or meet you in the middle on that at all?
I mean, we have collaborated with a lot of producers for this project, and I really love and appreciate that, because even sometimes, like when we're in the studio, I'll get nervous because I usually just make the beat with Hallie and myself, so I still get nervous. So I'll usually just take the stems afterwards and like build around it when I'm back home. But yeah.
So when you're alone, you can build the beat in silence.
Yeah, exactly. And one day I'd love to produce for other artists too. That would be really cool. So
do you have any faves?
My faves right now, it would be amazing to work with Frank Ocean. I love him, and his producer Malay, we've worked with a little bit for this album. I don't think any of the songs made it, but sick. And I love Twigs. I just love how experimental she is. So maybe, never know.
Honestly, I could see that, but I'm excited to just see if they're like super inviting to you in the production space, because I feel like a lot of the time we just don't know a lot of female producers for whatever reason. We just don't know them. Not to say that they aren't there. I know a couple offhand, but I think that we need to see more of that in the same way that we need to see more female DJs and just more. I don't think I even know like many other duos female wise that are killing it all the time, you know? So I love to see it. I will go to this. What is one question that you hate being asked in interviews? Be honest.
I don't know.
You don't have one you hate?
I don't really think I do. I mean, sometimes, we answer a lot of the same questions over and over again.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I mean, that's just become normal at this point. Yeah. So I don't really think that there's a question that I hate.
Okay.
What about you?
Not a question that I hate. There are questions that make us laugh.
Yeah.
Because we get it asked so many times. But
what's the question you get asked the most about?
It's so many, but we remind ourselves
somebody asked.
This is how we like get our music out and continue to promote ourselves and sharing light and love. And you know, if that's all we really have to do to continue to do what we love and make money off of it, then I'm down to do whatever.
Yeah, I think it's a delicate balance, because I always tell like artists, it's like, yeah, as an interviewer, like my job is obviously to ask like the hard hitting questions, but also to get people more familiar with you if they don't know you in the first time. You know?
Exactly.
So they meet in the middle.
So we understand that. Yeah.
So you get it. So you know, I see that they are going. I'm looking at the comments. I'm trying not to look at them, but they're getting there. They want to talk about Beyonce, or they said that the piece of advice from Beyonce is the most annoying question. It's the worst question.
We love B.
Well, I mean, I'll just squeeze all mine in one piece. Do you ever feel like pressure to make Beyonce type work? I'll say that just like broadly.
Make what?
Like Beyonce type work.
No, you know, we are our own people and artists, and what we love about Beyonce is that she has always told us to thrive, and she has always let us thrive on our own, and she's always been there if we needed her advice or to give certain notes here and there, but she has always let us lead the way, which we've really appreciated, because it has helped us find our sound on our own, and it's helped us helped us take ownership in all that we do. Yeah. So of course she is forever an inspiration to almost everyone in the world.
Yeah, honestly,
yeah,
so hell, we all love Beyonce.
Yeah, so that's all we can say about that, and we are just so proud and feel blessed every day to be able to get advice from her and continue to look up to her, but as well as having our own thing that we do.
No, I definitely imagine that. And I think that that's super cool. You have something that is special about you and unique about you. And that's like the Beyonce lead-in. Like, to having a Beyonce endorsement is like a stamp of approval already. So I'm excited to see what you will do with that. Obviously, some more. So in the love arena, I feel like I should get my like journalist stance on. Are we dating? Are we single? Are we like locking in with somebody on quarantine? Are we sneaking out to see somebody? Are we just texting them just on time to see what's up? What are we doing?
I'm single. What about you, Hallie?
What about you? I'm single as well. You know, you just have a good time, and that's all. I mean, what about you?
Me, I'm mine. I always say that I'm mine. Like, I just feel like, you ever like a dude, and then as soon as you think that things are good, you told your group chat, you told your homies about, like, okay, I think this is the one. He fucks it up. Yeah. So you're like, I'm not even gonna unveil anything until I'm sure. So you will know.
That's what I'm
like.
See, you're on to something. Yeah.
Because I'm not interested in being made a fool of, like, outwardly. Can we just be a fool in the house? Can I play a clown in the house? I don't need my friends laughing at me too. Shit. I gotta put the bar somewhere. So right. No, I definitely get that. Would you share with my coworker called me a player? That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Would you hide it from your fans, or would you come out when you're ready?
You know,
if you were dating.
For me personally, I like to keep all of like my love life stuff private, but of course, like, they'll hear about it in the songs and all of that good stuff. So
yeah, exactly. And there's just some things that you do want to keep to yourself because, as you said, when you're going through it, you don't know what's going to happen, and you just want to keep those special moments to yourself. But as well, you'll hear a lot of it in the music.
But I mean, it's never like name dropping. It's like, oh, he hurt me, or he made me do this, or I feel like this, and da-da-da. It's never like, his name was, and we went to, and this is what we be on. You know what I mean? Do you ever struggle, like, to keep your relationships private? Like, do you think that your fans catch on ever?
You know, it's honestly, we have the best fans ever, and it's kind of funny hearing what they think, or like putting theories together on who we're dating or what we're doing or not. So it's always fun to read those, whether or not they may or may not be true. But yeah, you know, we're just very private. Even with our friend circle, it's very tight knit, and we don't really reveal a lot. We're very to ourselves, because you got to kind of keep your energy sacred, because you don't know who's ever wishing on your downfall when they say wishing well for you. So I've been learning to keep my business to myself, and all you guys, you should do that too for yourselves. That's a good lesson.
Do you think that you've been received well into the game, like keeping your business to yourself? Do you feel like everybody has been like warming to you? Or do you got any haters?
Like our fans, or like dating?
No, I mean, like just people in general. Like, do you think that you get any like bad reception? Do you like struggle through haters? Do you have bad fans? Do you have rude people? Like, do you have those things?
You know, of course, everybody is gonna, anytime you get somewhere, of course, you're gonna have people who are gonna say things about you and hate on you. But what's beautiful about it is that you don't have to pay attention to that. Like, you can put a force field around yourself and be like, yeah, that doesn't exist. I'm not letting that get in my ear or anything. So that's a beautiful thing that I think about it. I don't let it get to me, no matter what anybody says, because at the end of the day, if somebody says something bad about you, it means that they're hurting inside and something is going on with them. So, you know, you can't really, you know, pay attention to that. You just have to pray for them and wish them well and keep your head up.
And just keep it moving, just scroll past the DM altogether.
Yeah.
As I see that you have super dedicated fans here in the,
comments.
We
love them.
Is it the Balians? Don't kick my ass if I got it wrong.
No, you're right. Because like when we did this NBT Disney thing, I'm hoping my time limit on my social media isn't going to stop it, because I think it's going to stop in like 2 minutes. But when we were doing like Radio Disney, when we were like 14 and 12, we called them the Balians, because that's what our little fans wanted to be called at the time, because our last name is Bailey. And, you know, I'm still rocking with Balians. Unless they ever come up with something else better, then it's Balians till we die. So.
Yeah, because the Balians, honestly, I try not to read comments, but like the Balians are like, we Balians rise. Balians. Aliens.
We
So
love you guys.
do you have any ideas of what you would like rename your fan group as?
No,
They
they'd
don't
have
know
to tell
yet.
us.
Yeah, I think they'd have to kind of come up with it.
Let them do it on their own.
Yeah, especially after hearing the new album, there could be lots of new ideas.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Ooh, what do you mean? What do you think would be the like most inspiring part that might
I
give
don't
them a
know.
new name?
You know, I think they'd have to listen to it to figure that out. You know, because everybody resonates with something different.
Somebody said, "Oh my God, Spill," and definitely Spill. So we'll go to the album, Ungodly Hour. Why did we name it Ungodly Hour?
So we named the album Ungodly Hour because this entire album represents all of our layers as young women. And a lot of the world has only seen like, hi, we're Chloe and Hallie, that side of us. And you know, yes, we are still like sweet and innocent on the inside.
But you've grown.
Yeah, we're grown and we're not afraid to admit that and tell it in the songs and tell the stories. And we hope people are able to connect a little bit more with us as well. You know, it's okay not to be angels all the time. And we hope people learn to love their imperfections listening to this album.
Ooh, that was like a, did you see? It's like, she's like, you sounded like you did that one in the mirror, like you practiced. Someone's like,
Really?
and this, yeah, no, that was sounded like
That's
a really good
compliment
like,
because I usually don't have stuff together.
No, that one was together. I was like, damn. That's a good essay. I like that. I like that.
Thank you.
No, that's inspiring. Do you think that it is going to be like a gasp moment from your fans when they hear this project, since you're saying it is going to be such a pivotal thing? It's like a grown woman type thing rather than
I think
something else.
some people will gasp, yeah, because we're talking about a lot more. I mean, I'm 20 now, Chloe's about to be 22 this year. Things are happening. Things are going on that we've been talking about. So I think some people will gag, and some people will be like, "Oh, okay."
Well, so when you say that, do you mean this? We frozen in the Wi-Fi, and we
Social media saying you've been on for too long.
You're good. You're fine. You're fine. I will get there. But like, oh wow. Now I just had a brain fart. Oh my God, I hate when that happens. Ooh, okay. So on the album, what was the hardest part about making it? Are you guys perfectionists at all? Did you have to go back?
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, of course. We are very much so perfectionist. I don't think there was anything terribly hard about it, but what I will say is that there were two moments. The beginning of the making of the album, we kind of were stuck a little bit because, of course, with our first album, The Kids Are Alright, that was Grammy nominated, and we were like so surprised by that. So, of course, you always have the feeling of, okay, what now? What can we do to do a follow-up to that? Like, how can we live up to that? And we started with that, and we kind of got stuck. But then we went to Malibu, we got an Airbnb, and we stayed there for a couple days and just started creating. And songs just started pouring out of us. And two of the songs that we made in Malibu are actually on the album. And that was kind of our breakthrough moment. And then the last thing was nearing towards the end of the album, once we were completely done with the album. It's always so hard holding on to the music once you're done with it. It's like birthing a baby and not being able to take the baby home just yet. You know?
Yeah.
Like if you can't put it out, like we've waited. It's been done since November. Yeah. So now here it is June, and we're so very excited that it's finally coming out. So we're just releasing it, and that for me is definitely one of the hardest things to do, is to hold on to music, because it's that time in your life where you just want to release it, because that was what
you've been sitting with this project for like 6 months at this point. Like literally, you've been sitting patiently and humbly. In fact, like a lot of artists up until this point are like, yeah, on quarantine, I was just working on this, but you're done, so you just get to kick back and cool it.
Right? I mean, like we've been doing like more covers and stuff now, which is fun, and we're gonna keep putting them out. And like we've been shooting some fun stuff that I can't wait for you guys to see, even while we're in quarantine here at the house.
Oh, the quarantine visuals,
right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, figuring out some new innovative ways to do stuff. So
can you give me hints of what you come up with yet?
It just has to do with music and
Why? I have to ask, like, as we saw Kaylani, I always just use her as an example because she's one of the artists that I've just seen like working really hard and definitely managed to make something out of nothing. She made an entire video in her house.
Yeah,
you know,
we
so
love
an artist like, yeah, we're gonna make music videos in our house. It's like, okay, well, what's your plan? What room will it be in? How are you gonna execute? Who's gonna hold the camera? Who's gonna sing? Or is it gonna be a tripod?
you know, we have this ring light that we have been getting a lot of use of. Exactly. And it has the phone tripod on it.
Yes.
We have our dearly beloved little brother Branson, who has helped us with a lot of these videos, and even our dad. And our mom has helped us with our schedule while we're in the house.
Yeah. So it's a whole, everybody's on it. So we have a
So it's
whole
a team
camera
sport.
crew
It's a
here.
team sport.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you hope that the reception will be when the album does drop?
You know, I just hope that people can resonate with something on the album, whether it be their love life, whether it be their insecurities, whether it be breaking through all of those feelings of feeling like you're not enough. I feel like definitely people can pick and choose which pieces that they really feel like they connect to. Yeah, and we just hope that it brings love and joy into everyone's life. I mean, music has really been the universal healing language during this time. So it's
The Wi-Fi.
you back?
And we're back.
Okay. So, I mean, music has really been this amazing universal language right now, and it's been healing for everyone. So we just hope to bring some sort of therapy, some sort of release to everyone who's in quarantine, because we're all going through a lot right now.
Is there anything that keeps you uplifted? Any like message or advice that you would pass to a fan that may not be having such like a positive quarantining experience?
Yeah, I would have to say what's been working for me, I have been praying a lot more and meditating. And something I've been saying to myself, whether or not you guys believe in God, what I kind of say to myself is, whatever plan I think is the best, God's plan is always better. And whenever I start like stressing about stuff, I kind of repeat that to myself, because I'm like such a perfectionist, and when things don't go my way, I kind of like get anxiety. But I'm learning to kind of like just release and let go and let God, and that's what's kind of really been making me feel so much better about myself in life. And as long as I'm walking in light and sharing my love, I will get that back, and I don't need to worry about anything else following that.
Wow. I try to meditate, but like always fall asleep.
That's happens.
good.
I really fall asleep. I wake up, I'm like, damn it, I think I only got like 15 minutes in before I fall
No,
asleep.
that's so good. You got peaceful. You got calm. You got some
I just got
rest.
sleepy. I got peacefully sleepy. Before I forget, I will roll it back a little bit. Being a Disney princess, wow. What's that like? What you're like a Disney princess, like officially.
Well, I don't really know what to say about it, because I am just blown every single day I think about it. It's just weird. It seems like it's like dreamland, but it's just, I feel blessed and honored. I don't know what to say about it except that, you know.
Is it taxing at all, or was the process taxing at all?
The audition process kind of was. I mean, there's a lot that you have to do. I mean, every time when we go on auditions and stuff, it just feels like you're like advertising yourself. So that's always kind of hard. But, you know, it ended up being really cool. And being out there for 3 months before I had to come back here because of quarantine was a really beautiful experience. Everybody has such amazing souls and spirits. And I'm just so excited for it to come out. And my beautiful sister Chloe actually worked on this amazing film called The Georgetown Project with Russell Crowe that she filmed in November, like right before we left for London. So that's done, and I'm super excited for that to come out, because it's this amazing horror film that is so good. I was
Or horror film.
and I watched it, and I was like, wow.
Tell me more about this Georgetown project.
You know, it's wonderfully written. Really great actors in it. It was an honor to be on set with everyone, because you know we kind of act, you know, we're on Grownish and everything, and that's comedy and all of that, but this is like some serious stuff. And at first I was a little nervous and intimidated by all of like the Oscar award winning actors on set, but I learned so much about myself and how I am as an actress, and it was fun.
Do you have a like a horror scream yet? Somebody said, give us a scream. Like, that's a good one. Yeah. Do you have like a good horror scream?
I had to scream. I did. And I was nervous about that because I sing, but I prayed to God and my vocals were covered.
Is there any relation to Georgetown having like anything to do with DC? Because of course there's a Georgetown here in DC too.
What did you say?
I said there's a Georgetown here in DC. So like, is there any relation to that here? Like, is the title based on
I don't think it's in DC, but I don't want to give anything away. But I don't think it's in DC.
Yeah, no, I just say that. I wondered if the title just had anything to do with the Georgetown that we had here.
Oh, yeah.
On the DC music tip, is there any artists from here that you've connected with? Are you guys familiar with Go-Go? Like, are you with this movement? Do you know anything about this?
I have never heard of Go-Go. Is that
Go-Go,
what you mean? Go-Go music?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Go-Go music. Yeah. I was like, who is Go-Go?
No, Go-Go music. Like, are you familiar with any artists from here? Is there anybody that you would collaborate with, like a Rico Nasty or something like that?
We love Rico.
Yeah.
Rico is crazy sick. We love her.
No, that's fire, because we went to the same high school, so I'm always like,
oh, that's amazing.
Gotta cheer on Rico Nasty always.
Yeah, she's phenomenal. I love everything she stands for. Her music is amazing. Her style. She's really sick.
They're laughing about the cocoa in the bottom. Is there anything else that you would pass on to the fans of the DMV as they get prepared and get ready for Ungodly Hour?
Just be prepared, open your ears, and pre-order it right now. I mean, it is out June 5th, which is next Friday, which is like, oh my gosh, we're getting so very...
Oh, you sound nervous. You sound almost nervous.
Yeah, you know, because you're finally releasing your child into the world. It's amazing. I know we're going to cry the night of, so I'm so excited about it.
Did you let any other, like, friends or artists hear it, and they're just like, yeah, this is the one?
Have our friends heard it?
I don't think so.
No.
Not really. The only people who's heard it is our team,
What?
me, and our parents.
Yeah, we kind of keep stuff close.
Yeah.
We're very private people.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, no, I see completely. I mean, I guess I do have to ask, like, will you tell me any features that are on the album that I could just look forward to?
Yeah, absolutely. So our song that's actually out right now, Do It, we actually worked with Victoria Monet. She actually helped us write that record.
Be my face.
Yeah.
Hey.
We have a feature with Sway Lee and Michael Made It. We also have a feature with Disclosure. And so, yeah, those are some really cool artists that we've always loved. So we were really excited.
Do you have a favorite track yet?
My favorite would have to be 2 and 12. 2 and 12.
2 and 12, and what about you, Al?
12.
12. So 12 is the unanimous fave.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I'm excited to hopefully meet you guys when you guys do your full press after the album. Hopefully that we're out by the end of the summer so we can still have a hot girl summer. Like,
thank you.
Yeah.
I want to go back to being bad and cute and
You're
stuff,
so
you know?
cute. You're so beautiful.
Thank you, but I'm in the house fine. You know, there's an in-house fine and then there's an outer
Yeah, that
fine.
is the outer fine.
You see, exactly. I'm trying to get back out. But they're laughing about the fact that you said the track number, not the name. But where can people follow you on Instagram? Because obviously we're on a different Instagram, both of us.
Yeah, so everyone can follow us at Chloe X Halle. Go to our website, chloexhalle.com. It just got updated. And what else? Yeah, everything's Chloe X Halle.
And I will ask this one for the fans. What can the fans better do to love and support you in your music tree?
Oh, do better? Oh, y'all are killing it.
I mean, they're killing it.
They be promoting all the time.
Just keep doing what you're doing and keep being beautiful beings.
Yeah, we see you guys and we love you, and thanks for riding for us so hard and being funny.
No, they're definitely funny. I always tell artists, like, you hope that your fan base is like a fan base that is accepting and nice to like other fan bases and other people, you know what I mean? Because stan culture gets out of hand. They get mean as hell. I'm looking at these comments like, oh shit. Don't give me Balians. But no, respect. I definitely send my love and my well wishes, and I'll definitely be showing you love, and I hope to meet you guys when you guys come to DC.
Thank you so much. Have a
Well
great
wishes.
night.
I will. It's time to eat.
Yes, same.